Hello, everybody. Tate Davis here with another album review for you. What album are we going to be reviewing today? Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom from 1973. A great album. I got this, I believe, at a place called Catapult Collectibles in my hometown of Crystal Lake, Illinois. It just closed, unfortunately. I got this set, so this is what the front cover looks like. All the band members there. Box, Thane, Byron, Kerslake, and Hensley. The track listing right there. Lyrics. This album, to my knowledge, was recorded at the Chateau in France. Okay, here's the band members right there. Personnel include Mr. David Byron here on lead vocals, one of the most underrated rock vocalists of all time. Ken Hensley on keyboards, he wrote most of the songs for Uriah Heep around this time. Mick Box on guitar, still remains to them to this day. Lee Kerslake on drums, played drums on Ozzy Osbourne's first two solo albums before returning to the band. And Gary Thane on bass, who would be fired the next year and would die of a heroin overdose in 1977. And like I said, I believe this album was recorded at the Chateau in France. I think the same place where the Stones began recording the beginning of Exile on Main Street, and where Bad Company recorded Run with the Pack. It was a converted fancy house in France that a lot of albums were recorded at. So let's go ahead and get into the songs. So, as we all know, like I said before, this is the second album with the third album with the classic lineup of Uriah Heep on it. The reason I believe why they call it Sweet Freedom is because in the United States the band were signed to Mercury Records, and they must have thought they got a crappy deal or something like that, so they transferred over to Warner Brothers Records, and who must have given them a better offer. So they called it Sweet Freedom because I think they were free to do whatever they wanted to at that point. But so on this album, you start Heep to kind of drift away a little bit from the proggy type stuff that they were doing on their earlier albums. Definitely a lot less proggy than that of the previous album, Magician's Birthday. But still a lot of proggy elements on here. So let's start going through the track listing right here. So on side one track, well, there's 8 songs on this album. Side one track one, we have Dreamer. A perfect start to this album. It opens up with a funky, with Lee Kerslake doing some funky 16th note stuff on the hi-hat with some bass drum accents, and it just kind of goes into a funky hard rocker. I believe Mick Box and Gary Thane wrote this song, and it features very percussive drumming by Lee Kerslake, a great guitar solo, a great howling guitar solo by Mick Box. Byron is just on fire on this song, especially as it fades out when we're hearing him go, Dreamer, 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 Dreamer. It's pretty damn cool. Love Dreamer, great start to this album. Side one, track 2, we have Stealin'. Stealin' was kind of like, you would say, the hit off of this album, became one of Heep's most well-known songs. I love the song to death. This was one of the first Uriah Heep songs I ever heard. It's a shuffle, a great mid-tempo shuffle. Stealin' when I should have been buying, steal. Another great performance from David Byron right here. Gary Thane is solid on this one on bass. One of my favorite Mick Box guitar solos, Stealin' when I should have been buying. Great, very catchy song, great song. Side 1, track 3, we have One Day. One day, one day. It's a short song, it's less than 3 minutes. Very, very kind of reassuring song when you hear it, because Byron sings, didn't I tell ya, Everything is gonna be alright. You know, you can't. This is one of those songs that you listen to after you've had a crappy day, and you get a sense of reassurance that everything is gonna be alright in the end. So, no, I love One Day. Very loud song, very Hammond organ heavy. Great Hammond organ work here by Ken Hensley. And then side one, track 4, we have the title cut, "Sweet Freedom." Great, very percussive song. Da, 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 da. Almost kind of jungle-like. Sweet Freedom. Yeah, a great song. Became a live staple for them after for the rest of the Byron years. Great song, Sweet Freedom is. Flip over the record to side 2, track 1, if I had the time. Very Hammond organ based on the song. Yeah, Ken Hensley is all over this song. Yeah, great vocals by Byron. Yeah, this is mainly a Ken Hensley led type of song. Side 2, track 2, seven stars, probably one of my more favorites off the album. It's a shuffle, a very simpler song than the kind of simpler, less involved song than that of Sweet Freedom and If I Had the Time. One thing, a great vocal performance by Byron here. One of my favorite kind of moments in a Uriah Heep song has always been the end of Seven Stars, where Byron kind of, I forgot what the lyrics are. I can look it up right here. It's the part where it goes, 7 new stars are born, 7 lie waiting to die. Yeah, that part at the end, as the song's fading out, Byron starts singing the alphabet: A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever, and that's the main reason why I like Seven Stars. But no, good shuffly hard rocker, great song. Things take a turn into Folkville right here for side 2, track 3 is Circus. Great song. A nice acoustic break from all of the Hammond organ, guitar heavy hard rock we've been hearing before on this album. Great song. A great gentle vocal performance here from Byron. Great acoustic guitar work from I believe Ken Hensley and Mick Box might both play acoustic guitars on this one, but Circus is great. And then my favorite song on the album, side 2, track 4, a great way to close it off, Pilgrim. I played the song on my radio show at WMTS as my second song that I ever played. I love this song to death. I really do. For me, this is probably David Byron's best recorded vocals, in my opinion. Especially the part at the end where, okay, first of all, Lee Kerslake is just beating the absolute hell out of his drum kit. His energy on the song is just impeccable, with his crash cymbals and his timing is him and Gary Thain are just absolutely solid on the song. So David Byron, okay. So there's a part where David Byron in the song kind of goes up into his falsetto register where he says, I couldn't choose, and so both I came to lose. I'm sorry you didn't hear that, but that's probably, in my opinion, probably the best David Byron vocal performance. One, if not top 5, easily. It just gives me chills every time I listen to it. Once again, a great Hammond organ feature from Ken Hensley on the song. A great guitar solo by Mick Box. Just the entire band is on fire on Pilgrim. But anyway, that is Sweet Freedom by Uriah Heep. Not a very long album. Only 8 songs on it, and probably, in my opinion, one of my favorite Uriah Heep albums, and certainly the album to start with for a person who's looking to get into Uriah Heep, because it has Stealin', which is one of the band's best known songs on it. It's got a good mix of kind of progressive rock and more straightforward type of tunes, and it's only 8 songs on it, so it's not a very long listen at all. But with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching this album review, and stay tuned for more stuff in the future. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.